in case you were wondering. But
Yes. We are on
yes.
that one. We're on all of them. I think we're on all of them. I also believe we're on BBC One. That's a British reference. I don't know if any of you will understand that, but, you know, I'm hoping. So we're in the draft. Finally.
Yes.
Welcome to Dota 2.
Welcome to Dota
Welcome
2.
to Dota 2.
All right, here we've got Jin and Tango versus Ace Sventura. Jin and Tango up on the top, on the dire side. Go
They
ahead.
banned Invoker.
Yes, they did ban the Invoker. So I don't know if this is some sniping, some insight that they know from their teams, or just they don't like to play against the Invoker. But, you know, a solid first ban. Just get rid of the Invoker.
Unless they thought it was first pick and are now absolutely devastated that their plan has gone to...
Yes.
So, I don't know.
So yes, one thing I do want to say about these recreational games is that these teams are not, in fact, TI-worthy teams. I mean, if we were TI-worthy teams, we would have been at the International. So these are just, you know...
Speak for yourself. Shadow Shaman! Oh, yes! I am so glad I cast this game, Shadow Shaman.
Yes.
Not to give any of my tactics away, but I'm totally neutral on that hero. I have neither like nor hate for Shadow Shaman. So, you know, not giving anything away with that one.
Yeah, so they've got the Shadow Shaman as the first pickup for Jin and Tango, and Ace Ventura counterpicks that with the Razor. So I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about these pickups and what these teams are probably going to go with this. Ooh, Keeper of the Light as well. That is an unexpected pick. So if you want to fill in a little bit about the Shadow Shaman there, Ben, because you seem to be quite the fan of that hero. Just give a little insight on, you know, what they want to do with that hero, kind of like how they want to run the team with that, and why they picked him up so early.
He's a good pusher. He's a really good pusher. Like, it's aggressive. The wards, you drop those serpent wards. I mean, the way I play him is drop those serpent wards and just run away, and just fingers crossed it all works out. I mean, normally it does.
Yeah,
but,
normally it does. You know,
he's got good lockdown
really
as well,
powerful.
and he does quite a lot. Like his
10 seconds to go.
his abilities are good at locking people. Hex, that's the one.
Yes.
He's got Hex, which is good.
So he has two really good lockdown abilities. Both the Shackles and the Hex are going to be really good at locking down.
Shackles!
Yes.
I apologize.
Yes. You can go ahead and mouse over any of the abilities, and it'll tell you everything about it. So if you ever forget anything, go for it.
Did you know about this Twitch chat? I didn't.
Oh, I see the Twitch chat. Yeah, it's definitely over there.
Yeah. I didn't know about that. But yeah, Shackles, Hex. They've got a Tide Hunter. Ravage is arguably one of the best initiations in the game.
Yeah.
You get a good Ravage off. You're good to go. You're good to go.
Yeah, it looks like they're not getting any sound through the client. I'm going to go ahead and open up my mic so that maybe you guys can hear me. Get my open mic going, and okay, now I do have the open mic, and you guys should hopefully be able to hear me inside the Dota 2 client. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and shout out in if you guys do hear me. I did turn on open mic, so I'm hoping that worked out. But we can go ahead and talk a little bit more about this cast, a little bit more about this game, what's going on, what's developing, because we see some interesting scenarios coming up. So Jin and Tango, actually, they're going for the team fight with the Tide Hunter, and they wanted to protect that, so they got rid of the silencer, so they can do that. And there we go, Ace Ventura picking up the Phantom Lancer.
Oh,
so
filthy Phantom Lancer.
So Phantom Lancer combos very well with Keeper of the Light, because Keeper of the Light can pull Phantom Lancer in whenever, he can give him mana, and he keeps the lane extremely safe. Phantom Lancer is really good post 30-40 minutes. He just kills your base without really much. I mean, there's not too much you can do about it once the Phantom Lancer gets too farmed. So I would expect Jin and Tango to do some form of, hopefully they'll pick up some form of strategy to put more pressure on the Phantom Lancer so it doesn't get to that state for them. But we'll have to see how that goes.
Can they hear us on Twitch?
Can they hear us on Twitch? Unmuting the client. I have my open mic. I'm trying to figure out how to unmute the client, but I do not see it.
10 seconds to go.
Twitch sounds great. Okay, cool. That's good
That's
to
cool.
hear.
I mean, that's the most important thing.
Client
If
is
you're not
still quiet.
watching on Twitch, you're a subpar human. Right?
Okay.
That's how I get all that Twitch money, isn't it? That's how I get that Twitch advertising money.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's everyone go to twitch.tv for your money.
Okay. Okay. I think our sound hopefully is set up now. I apologize for any lag on the stream. It should be hopefully not too laggy, but the client sound should be coming in now. So that is definitely good news. And let's see. Let's talk a little bit more about this game that's going on, Ben. How about that?
Sorry, I apologize. Again, I apologize.
Oh no, not a problem.
I mean, it's an interesting team. I mean, I'm not a fan of Phantom Lancer in the slightest. It's a cheap pickup for me.
Yeah.
Like it's cheap.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out is that we do have the lanes actually really unfolding now. Ace Sventura, it looks like they'll probably run a defensive tri-lane, I'm guessing, with the Wraith King and the Keeper of the Light as the two supports for the Phantom Lancer, and then run Razor mid. So they're probably looking for some form of offlane for that last hero to pick up. And then Jin and Tango has the Shadow Shaman support, Tidehunter, who will probably be run as the offlane solo, Marana as the carry, and Phantom Assassin as the mid. So Jin and Tango has a little bit more open of a lineup. They could run the Tidehunter as a number 4 support if they get greedy, but they could also run a jungler. So they do have a pretty
Marana's
open
good
lineup.
for ganks as well.
Yes, Marana is very
Got
good
that
for games.
Moonlight Shadow, which is pretty fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, Moonlight Shadow into a Ravage, I guess, is smart, and then you mop up.
Yeah, so Marana is really good just because she's a very versatile hero in all situations.
Yes. But yeah, those you can get some nasty arrows off as well. I'm a big fan of some filthy arrows.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
There's nothing better than a filthy arrow.
Yeah, so she can get a kill with those filthy arrows, as you call them, for the first 15 minutes of the game. If you get hit by that arrow, you're probably going to die. So she is really good at roaming in that situation. She's actually a decent carry, and she's really strong in the laning phase. It's almost impossible to kill a Marana early on. So she does have a lot of advantages and just a lot of versatility in general, and that's why people pick them up. But we do see that for Ace Ventura, they did pick up a Lina as the 5th pick. So it does look like they are probably going to run dual lanes now with the Wraith King and the Lina as the dual lane in maybe the off lane, and then the Keeper of the Light and the Phantom Lancer in the safe lane. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know how they'll work well together. I don't know. I just think PL kind of messes everything up. He does. Whenever I've played with him, it always comes down to the fact that PL gets like mad big. Hang on. Apparently, I'm breaking up.
Apparently, you're breaking up.
Yeah. They can't hear me in game.
They can't hear you in game. Well,
yeah, that's weird.
Hopefully,
Get ready.
I mean, I have an open mic.
Okay. Yeah, so do I. So we'll see how that works. But we do have our lineup finished. We did get the Dragon Knight, so that means the Marana is going to be playing the 4 position for Jin. I'll go ahead and introduce Jin, and then you can go ahead and introduce Ace Ventura. So on the Shadow Shaman, we have Meepo Mosa playing as the Shadow Shaman. For the Dragon Knight, we have the Vestman playing. Tidehunter, we have Nick is Nixed playing on Gin and Tonic. The Marana
Tango
is being played by Havoc Rose.
So I like Gin and Tonic.
You like Gin and Tonic?
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, it doesn't say I'm speaking.
Oh, that is really weird. Yeah, don't worry about the in-game chat.
30 seconds to showtime.
People are watching in game, man. We've got both audiences.
Yeah, we've got like 5 people in game and like 100 on Twitch. So we appeal to the majority of our players.
Yeah, we should appeal. You're right. You're probably right.
So I don't know why the in-game chat isn't working, but we
Oh, there we-
apologize. And Twitch should be working, so
Yeah.
we're good on that end. I'll go ahead and let you introduce Ace if you would like to introduce them, and I will follow them around the screen as you introduce.
There's a pause. Pause. New. Is this a new meta? Is this a new recreational meta?
Yes. Pizza pause. Someone's getting a pizza in the
Pause.
oven. So feel free to go ahead and introduce Ace Sventura while we've got some time here.
Okay, so Sventura.
Yep.
Shout out to the great name there. We've got Magnus Reloaded on Phantom Lancer. We've got Gian on the Keeper of the Light. I don't know how to pronounce that.
It looks like a Gian.
Yeah, I mean, because after Havost, I don't know how to spell. I don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah. So you never know. It may be like some completely random name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, and then on GG seems like a dangerous name to have. GG Razor's got
All right,
is
carry
on GG's on Razor.
Yep.
And then we've got Peeper hashtag swag GG
the Swagger.
Swagger. Yeah, Swagger. Okay then. I mean, nice one, mate. Good shout. Good. It seems to be GG heavy in these team names.
Yep.
In these player names, I'm a bit worried for these guys. And then you got Alex Rubens playing Lena.
Yes. All right. So we are. Looks like we're ready to go. We do have the dual lanes for the Wraith King and the Lena on the top lane against the Phantom Assassin and the Shadow Shaman for Jin and Tonic. So we will have dual lanes in these. It looks like both of these lanes. We will also have the Marana with the Tidehunter down at the bottom for Jin and Tonic, with the illustrious Phantom Lancer and Keeper of the Light, which, if anybody is familiar with Dota, some people love this combination, some people hate it, some people feel dirty when they're playing it. So
I mean, you should hate it if you're a real human being. I don't know if you should enjoy it. I don't think anyone's super stoked to see PL and Keeper of the Light together. I don't know. I don't know who that person is.
I'm sure there are some people, but we'll have to see.
We don't talk about them. They're not invited to like family functions and things like that.
Yeah, so last night, not last night, but let's go ahead and take a look at the last hits and denies on the board. It looks like Ace's GG is getting a pretty commanding lead at the start with 8 last hits and 2 denies against Dragon Knight's 4-0. Everywhere else across the board, they're pretty well even, but it looks like Razor's pulling ahead a decent amount in this lane. He's already he's got a bit of an experience lead as well, so it looks like he's doing well.
Someone's dropped out.
And
like a
we
kid in
do have a
school.
disconnection.
This is a great start.
Well, it happens,
Yeah.
things happen. So we can go ahead and just check this out and see what else is going on. So we do have Meepo over here for Jin and Tonic, level 2. He does have this ward right here, so a nice defensive ward for the Phantom Assassin. Whereas the Wraith King, who just disconnected, is just sitting by the lane. He'll be able to pull his experience in. Lena is sitting right behind him. And Gian apologizes for Swagger for having a bad internet connection.
Yeah.
But he hopefully should be on momentarily, and then we'll get back into the game. But in the meantime, we do see Gian is actually pulling. He's going to do a single pull on these Frost, the small camp right here. So he will be pulling up a little bit of experience, and then from there he may just cut through the jungle. Just I can't draw on the map, but that's okay. I don't know how to do that. But anyway, he'll be cutting up through the jungle right here. Do you know how to draw on the map, Ben?
Alt, is it? No? Is it control? Is it?
No, I'm just
Is it that
pinging
one?
when I hit all.
Yeah, I'm just pinging now. I'm just at this point. I'm pinging. I mean, I thought you'd control everything. I'm gonna have to just whiz around. They're seeing what you're seeing, right?
Yes. They're seeing what I'm seeing.
That's good because I am just looking at different trees at this point. Like I don't know what's going on. Are we playing Dota? Are people playing Dota right now?
Yeah, people are playing Dota.
What?
Hopefully the Swagger Master is coming back. Peeper.
Yeah.
Hashtag Swagger with the double GG. So
With the double.
with the double GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we will be seeing this Keeper of the Light getting some experience coming in. And if he does do a pull up through this camp, he will actually get a decent amount of experience. And it will keep the Phantom Lancer safe. If we actually look, the Marana is still at the same experience with a level 1 Sacred Arrow, so I would expect her to go ahead and she might be able to get something done here early or soon with that arrow.
I'm trying to sort out my microphone. Sorry, I apologize again.
Oh yeah, not a problem.
Also, you know way more about Doa than me. I feel really bad right now. Like, oh my days.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it one bit. As long as we make it fun and exciting, that's all we could ask for.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah. But one thing we do have to note is that the Tidehunter is stacking the Ancient Camp. So Tidehunter will be able to clear that Ancient Camp soon enough, but he's only level 1 right now, so he's pretty starved for experience. If we actually look at the experience graph, right here, it's pretty even actually. It's pretty even, but he's going to go ahead and he's going to stack this again. Looks like my computer's stuttering a little bit on the restart, but he's just going to go ahead and stack this camp up again. Maybe he'll get the stack. Yeah, it looks like he does. So we do have it triple stack here on the Dire side, which will definitely help them come back in, or it will help the Tidehunter come back in to the game.
Yeah. You need that Ravage, man. You need that Ravage.
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You can't really... This team couldn't team fight without that. Like, I don't know where it comes from without the team. There's another disconnect.
Oh, yes. The Lina
at this point, it's tactical, right? I mean, this is like a boxer throwing the game in round 9. Someone's made a bet. Someone said, what do you do in the first 2 minutes, Ace? And then they go, we fall. And that person wins $100,000.
Yeah, so, yeah, you know, the tactic of disconnecting from the game because their game crashed, you know. Not a very well-known tactic, but...
We'll see at TI5. You laugh, but TI5, there's going to be so many tactical disconnects.
I really hope not, because these disconnects definitely do put a little bit of time where not too much action is going on.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We get a lot of time for analysis, so...
Yeah, I mean, 2 minutes 24. There's a lot to analyze. Let's talk about this triple ancient stack. It's pretty impressive.
Yes, so they do have a triple ancient stack already for Gin and Tonic. The one downside is Tidehunter is still level 1, and he'll need at least level 5 to clear it out in a decent time. So he'll need the 2 points in Kraken Shell and the 3 points in Anchor Smash to do anything to it whatsoever. The 2 points in Kraken Shell, obviously, just to tank up the damage a little bit more, because what happens is when you use the Anchor Smash, it lowers their damage by 60%, and then the Kraken Shell lowers that damage by 20 after that 60%. So we have these golems hit with 82. You take off 60% of that, and then you're looking at, I can't even do the math, but like 30 damage, take off 20, so he's getting hit with 10 for each one of those. So it's not too much damage taken. Once you get a 3 in Kraken Shell, you can actually solo these Ancients without taking a single hit of damage with Anchor Smash and Kraken Shell. So,
and Lena's reconnected?
Yes, Lena is reconnected, so we will be going here very, very soon.
I mean, we said that last time and we paused again, so...
Yeah, we did get back in, but then we came out.
If they disconnect again, we'll talk about San Diego Comic-Con. Like, that's still relevant, right?
Yeah, that is absolutely
cool.
Awesome. Relevant.
I mean, as well, you know, Anchor Smash and stuff, that is Phantom Lancer. You knock off that damage. You need to shut him down as well. He needs to be shut down, or else he's not shut down, and that's really scary.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys watching the stream know this, but that's really scary.
How scary is it?
Really goddamn scary.
Really,
like on a scale
scary.
of 1 to The Exorcist when it first came out, it is like The Exorcist when it first came out.
Oh man, yeah. So you better watch out. So we'll see if Jin actually has to do that. We do see an Illusion Rune going up for mid for the Dragon Knight. So he did pick up the Illusion Rune. And he did opt for the Bracer first build, so he's feeling a bit of pressure in mid and decides to go for the Bracer before getting the bottle or getting the Boots of Speed.
It's kind of reflected on the last hits at this point, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I mean, if we look at the last hits, Dragon Knight has 7 last hits, whereas the Razor has 20 last hits. So there's a pretty big difference in the lanes right there. And if we also look, there's a half a level advantage for the Razor, so he will be hitting.
He's also stealing his damage whenever he can.
Yeah. And another thing about that is, I want to say that the Razor having the Boots of Speed, I think he has the Boots of Speed. No, he does not yet. But if Razor ever has a speed advantage on you in lane, you are not going to have a good time because of that static link. That static link will just suck all of the damage that he could possibly want from you. So getting the Boots of Speed on either one of these is going to be a game changer, because the static link will either stay forever or the static link will get broken fairly quickly and be able to farm. So
he's got a nice face, this Razor. I don't know if anyone is, well, none of you on Twitch will really, but he's got a nice face.
Yes, he does have quite the nice face. So here he does actually get the static link up. Dragon Knight did opt for the 3 points in Dragon Blood, which is a very defensive build. He's not going to be able to get many last hits like that, but he won't die. So he's still going to get some experience. But in general,
that's all Dragon Knight really does, isn't it? Just doesn't die. I mean, he doesn't offer much apart from not dying.
He does offer a lot of tower push. So once he hits level 6 and he gets his Elder Dragon form, he can use his ultimate to just hit towers. But as you can see, he's actually getting all of his damage sapped, and Razor has 170 damage right now. So there's really no way that Dragon Knight can win this last hit battle.
Can he even... I mean, how does he win the lane at this point?
So what he should do to win the lane at this point is he should pick up those Boots of Speed, because Razor the Boots of Speed yet. And he will need more points in the Breathe Fire in order to secure some last hits on him. So he did break that chain right there. And he does have Dragon Form, so he is looking a lot better now.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So we do have Meepo pulling up Meepo as on the Shadow Shaman, pulling up and stacking and pulling for the Dire side, while at the same time Gian is doing single pulls. So I want to go into a little detail about the single pulls. Ben, do you know why it's bad to do a single pull versus a double pull, a stack pull, or a chain pull?
I want to say yes, so I don't lose the respect of everyone watching the stream right now, but that would be a barefaced lie. So I'm just going to say yes.
Yes, you do know. Yes. So what happens is, right now, if we look at the Radiant side for the Phantom Lancer, he has 2 range creeps as well as a whole stack of melee creeps. And the advantage is you can push the tower with this, but the disadvantage is you're giving experience to these 2 heroes. Whereas the Shadow Shaman, he was able to clear out the entire wave with that stack, so he denied an entire creep wave of experience to them. But now we see some movement coming in. The Shadow Shaman picked up the 6-minute Invis rune, and he is just going to camp around in mid just a little bit to see if he can get something done. Or maybe go back up. So he is actually just going to go ahead and retreat back to the fort and see if he can get a kill, possibly on the Lina or maybe the Wraith King. So they're going to go for this, it looks like.
This is going to be a fight. This is going to be a big one. No, it's not. No, it's not. Well,
the dagger was thrown on the Lina, and they do not know that the Shadow Shaman's here, but his Invis is wearing off in about a second, so I don't know if he's going to make anything happen with that. And it looks like he didn't. He just got a little zap on there, a little bit of harassment. And in the meantime, everybody is just farming nice and cleanly. Phantom Assassin is going for the Battle Fury rush. So she is opting for a Battle Fury even before the Boots of Speed. Hopefully she'll be able to get that quickly, because with no Boots of Speed and no early game items, she can't put on a lot of early game pressure. And maybe Ace Sventura knows this, because they can just use this to their advantage and, for example, push down this bottom lane with the Phantom Lancer.
I mean, yeah, Phantom Lancer just... Once he starts chugging, he doesn't stop.
Yeah, he did also go for the Ring of Aquilia build. So if he wants to, he can activate that to get the +2 armor to go ahead and push the tower whenever he sees fit. But it looks like, for the meantime, Tidehunter and Mirana have been just holding the lane pretty well. Not really doing too much. We'll see. Actually, I'm wondering if Nick... Yeah, so he did go for the 2 Kraken 2 Anchor Smash to go ahead and clear this stack once he can. So he is looking to clear that stack, and that will get him a fast level 6 and get him his Blink Dagger.
Oh, we gotta go on Tide. Oh.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
And Tide gets away.
Yeah, a little harassment on Tide. Not too much, it looks like, going on, but he did, in fact, get away. The Keeper of the Light's Pony Blast, his Illuminate, did miss, so that would have put a good 300 damage into him.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But other than that, no harm, no foul. So we do see there's just a continuation. The Wraith King did actually disconnect again, so I would expect a pause to come out here momentarily. I don't think I can pause, so we are once again paused, and it looks like the Tidehunter has started clearing the stack.
I mean, I'm already disappointed in this game because there hasn't been a team fight yet, which I feel like should be a prerequisite for a 9-minute game.
Well, there still hasn't been first blood yet, 9 minutes into the game, so both teams are playing very passively. I mean, it even shows by the Dragon Knight having 3 points in Dragon Blood and 3 points in Dragon Tail.
Thank you.
I mean, he's looking to just stay alive in his lane. It looks like we did have the game resume, but it looks like the Wraith King also disconnected once again. I will be right back. I'm going to grab some water. No, wait, I'm not going to grab some water. Just kidding.
Because he's right back.
He's right back.
I didn't even get into talking about San Diego Comic-Con. This is lame. Keeps disconnecting. Maybe you can go and get some water. I mean, I think I'm the most important caster at this point. I mean, I'm the one throwing out all the information. I'm the one telling people about builds. I mean, come on. What are you doing?
Yeah, maybe I should just go get that drink of water, huh?
You just go get that drink of water. I'll talk for a little while.
Okay, but I can't hand the camera controls over to you, so it's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. I will survive.
I will survive. Will we get shut down because of me sing? Is that a copyright infringement?
I don't know. I don't think so if you sing, but
because Twitch just got bought by YouTube, and I don't know.
Yes,
what?
That is true. That is true. Google did, in fact, purchase.
Are we going to get content matched? Because my voice is pretty exceptional, so I've been told.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so someone's switching computers, so maybe we've got a little bit of time.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of break. We can actually go ahead and talk about it. I'm fine on the water, so we can go ahead and...
Are you sure, man? Because you need to stay hydrated.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Cool. That's fine, then. Good shout.
But yeah, it does look like the Mirana is actually going for the Ring of Aquilia plus Phase Boots build as well. She has the Blades of Attack to get that extra right-click damage to hopefully contest the Phantom Lancer in last hits. But Phantom Lancer has nearly limitless mana now coming to his way, thanks to the Keeper of the Light. And...
Filthy.
Yeah. So actually, that brings me into a good point. Let's talk about the late games for both of these teams. So... We've already established that Phantom Lancer is a really good split pusher in the late game, but what are your thoughts on the actual late game potential of these two lineups? So we've got the big team fight centric lineup of Jhin and Tonic, with the Tidehunter coming in with the Dragon Knight and the Phantom Assassin and Mirana with the Initiation and the Wards. But then at the same time, we've got the split push of Phantom Lancer along with Keeper of the Light and Lina and Wraith King and Razor for their burst damage.
I know the Shadow Shaman has his ward and stuff, but Razor's ultimate is really good at knocking down buildings. Eventually, I've seen that absolutely pummel through bases quickly and efficiently. His ultimate is the Storm.
Yes, the Eye of the Storm.
Eye of the Storm, and I've seen it just rip through things. So I think, I don't know. I can't look past a Ravage, a good Ravage, and your team's set really. You get your Dragon in there, you get Shadow Shaman in, shackling them. There's so much damage on Ace. You take out the Phantom Monster, but then you've got a Razor coming in. Lina does a nice amount of damage with her stuns. Keeper of the Light as well. He gets those penny. There's just everywhere. There's just damage everywhere.
Yes.
And Wraith King as well with his resurrection. If you get that off well, he comes back up and he'll rip through your team efficiently, like a king would. Because come on, he's a king. You get. Phantom Assassin gets nicely farmed. I don't know. It depends. It depends who can play Dota better. I guess that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I think it really depends on whether or not Jin and Tonic can survive the Ravage of, or I guess whether Ace Ventura can survive the Ravage of Jin and Tonic. Because, like you said, Tidehunter's Ravage is a very key skill for this game. He's actually clearing the Ancients right now, so he'll hit level 6 and get a decent amount of gold real soon. But if
you get Anchor Smash off as well, that knocks off a lot of damage, because a lot of their damage is melee, like
yes.
Wraith King, PL.
Yeah.
But I guess if they're just putting PL a split push, you wouldn't really particularly be involved in team fights if he's not there. But if he is, that Ravage and Anchor Smash, and then they just roll on through. But I think it needs a good Ravage. I think Jin and Tango need a really good Ravage to win a team fight. So I think if they don't, I think they're just going to get absolutely torn up.
Yeah, and another thing about the Ravage by Jin and Tonic is that if they just get the Wraith King or just focus on the Wraith King first, he has 2 lives. So essentially you can waste all of your team fight skills just on that if you're not careful.
Yes, definitely.
So we do see some aggressive wards being put up by Meepo Mosa on the Shadow Shaman. He is...
That's going to be so confusing.
I know, right? Maybe I should just call him Mosa.
No, call him Meepo just to make it more confusing.
Just call him Meepo.
The entire age, call him Meepo.
Jin and Tango.
Jin and Tango. I prefer Jin and Tonic.
Oh, yeah.
But Jin and Tango. Jin and Tango.
Jin and Tango. So we do have a grapple on this illusion for Jin and Tango. And they did not take out the Razor because it was just an illusion. So, yeah, a little bit of hatred, a little bit of rivalry going on between this mid lane right here. We have the Razor actually has 51 last hits. Missed the first blood completely. Oh goodness!
Let our great combat begin.
So
you missed the first blood. Wait, is this the first blood? Come on, make it exciting now.
Yeah, this is the first blood. So the Mirana actually died to
what a kill.
Died to the Phantom Lancer. He got a kill all the way with his spear. He hit it over the tower.
Fast finish.
And we do see another kill going down on the Lina here. Phantom Assassin blinked in after the Shadow Shaman came in. So Jin and Tonic is now on the board. It's tied up at 1-1. With Ace Ventura getting the first blood.
That was a bloody great. That was another bloody great kill. That one, bloody great, fantastic.
Yeah, so I was able to hop over for the end of that kill. So we did have the Shadow Shaman lock down the Lina, and then Phantom Assassin just jumped in and got the last hit. So,
by the way, I'm doing this because I'm trying to fix my mic, not because I'm just missing these things. My mic's apparently all over not working.
Oh, okay.
In game, but like I said, you're a sucker if you're in game, so forget it.
Yeah. So it looks like we have a little support coming up for Jin and Tonic. Not Tonic, Tango. Whoops, said it wrong again. I apologize. Jin and Tango, I will buy you...
Gin and Tonic, that's what the Gin and Tonic from now on, okay?
I will buy them a set of Tangos every time I say their name wrong, so you can guarantee that one.
Yeah.
But... We did see a little action coming up on mid. We had a few heroes up mid for Jin and Tango, but no real work going on that. The Shadow Shaman Mosa has no mana, but he's walking down to the bottom lane right now, so he won't be able to get too much done. He did just hit level 6 though, so we can expect the towers to start getting pushed here in just a second. And the Tidehunter is pretty close to his mana boots if he wants to get mana boots and keep Shadow Shaman going in that lane and getting that pressure going on. But it looks like he does not really want to. Nope, they are actually coming through. So they are going to come forward, and it looks like they're going to put some pressure here on the bottom tower. While at the same time, the Phantom Assassin is left to her own devices against the Wraith King and Lina combo. She does have this ward to protect her, so hopefully she can be safe with that. We'll see if she pays attention to it and stays alive, and it looks like she will. So she is just farming away underneath the tower while we have Jin and Tango going and just farming up these Ancients some more. Like I said, Tidehunter is really close to those mana boots if he wants them. He's actually also 500 away from Blink if he wants to get that before his boots of speed. But we'll see for that. It looks like we have some action going on in the middle lane, as well as Razor tried to go on the Dragon Knight, but then he had 2 TP supports.
We got the Razor, and the Razor's down.
The Razor is
down.
So
GG, that's all she wrote.
So Jin and Tango was able to get themselves another kill, not another kill. This time, one much needed for the Dragon Knight because he was suffering quite a bit in the lane. Shadow Shaman did end up getting the last hit, and my screen just disappeared and is back again. So cool, but we're good to go. So once again, apologies.
Well done.
But they are going back again to the lane. Tidehunter is playing it a bit risky here. Just one more spear and he could die. We'll see if he actually decides to back up or not. He is eating some Tango, so it looks like he is planning on staying in that lane. Meanwhile, we do have a teleport in by the Dragon Knight up to the top lane. It looks like they have 4 people up here for Jin and Tango, and plan on doing something against the 3 heroes here on Ace Sventura. It could possibly be a very good.
There's a fight. Is there a fight up to? No, there's not a fight. There's a Phantom Lancer. There's a Phantom Lancer kill. He kills Tidehunter. He killed him about 2 minutes ago, but as you should know by now in this stream, we get excited about a minute later.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the Tidehunter was in lane with low hit points, and he just decided to stay in lane a little too long, got hit with 1 spear, and he was down. So got a little bit too greedy. Wanted his Phantom Lance. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his skill that just hits him with like 300 damage and makes a little miniature Phantom Lancer.
Okay.
Illusion.
Wouldn't that be adorable? Like a tiny Phantom Lancer? I mean, it would still be filthy and nasty, but just like a little tiny one. Just a little small one.
Just a little one. Just a
little tiny one.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is this.
So it looks like we're probably going to see some wards popped up here just momentarily for Jin and Tango. While at the same time, Tidehunter is trying to stay alive down at the bottom. I think he's still trying to go for that Blink Dagger before the Boots of Speed. So he's really close to that if that's what he wants to do, but we'll have to see. And right now we have nobody in the middle lane, so it looks like the Dragon Knight is actually going back to the middle lane because they are not getting anything done up top, and they are. It looks like Ace Sventura is going to push this tower, so they're going to get some damage done on this tower. I don't know how much. Phantom Assassin is actually taking heavy damage from that Razor, so.
I think I know what the problem with my mic is. Just in the ongoing saga of my mic. I think I know what the problem is, but I can't fix it yet. So I apologise everyone in game. But that's the way it is. Phantom Lancer got his boots travel, so he's going to be a split pusher.
Phantom Lancer? Phantom Lancer is getting Tranquil Boots. No, not Lancer, sorry. Keeper of the Light's getting the
yeah, I've got some Phantom Boots travel. That was my first bit of good analysis, I think.
Yeah, we've got
that was good analysis, right? That was good analysis.
So we do have the Boots of Travel, so it looks like we will be playing a very heavy split push lineup. The Mask of Death, the Morbid Mask, is a bit perplexing on the Phantom Lancer once he has Aquila, but we'll see what he ends up doing with that. We do have the Serpent Wards going down.
Serpent Wards at top. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So he is badly aiming them like they should be on the tower.
But Mosa did drop his wards. The tower probably is. It's taking a lot of damage, and once this next creep wave comes up, it might be able to finish it off. We'll see if Ace Ventura actually pulls in some support for this, but instead they're just going to trade towers. So offlane tower for an offlane tower.
Have fun trying to bust down radiant structures.
It looks like there's a last second fortify. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the deny, but they might get a kill out of it. So they did get a kill out of it. The
Razor there with the good kill. That was a good one by him.
Yes. He just came right behind and decided to snipe out the Shadow Shaman.
He was like, "Hey, Shadow Shaman." Shadow Shaman turned around and went, "What, mate?" And Razor just whipped him in the face.
Absolutely. So, Shadow Shaman, one-way trip to the well.
The Dota well.
The Dota well, exactly. So we do have Tidehunter farming up just a little more. He did get his Blink Dagger, so he got his Blink Dagger, and now he's got his Boots of Speed. So expect him to join in the team fights anytime now. He is ready for the team fights. Have we seen a Ravage yet this game? I don't know.
Not yet. And if we have, because I'm going to get really excited when we see a Ravage.
Yes. So we might actually see one here in a second. Maybe
Radiant's mid
Keeper of the
tower's
Light
getting
is going
banged
to
up.
charge up.
He's charging. He's
No,
charging.
he's missing. He's missing.
He's that.
Oh no, he
I
got
mean,
that second creep wave.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I mean that's how I use
Radiant's
my Keeper of the
bottom
Light
tower
waves.
seen
I knock
better
out one,
days.
just to farm a bit, just to farm.
Just to farm a bit. Just to
Slowly
get that
but
farm.
surely, farming.
Radiant's
yes.
Ray's got that
tower's
haste.
getting banged
Yeah,
up.
so Razor has a haste rune bottled up, which might play into effect here in just a little bit. I do want to note, though, that the middle Tier 1 tower for the Dire side is down, so Jin and Tango does not have that tower to back them up, which is a pretty big deal when you're on Dire side because it lowers your ability to kill the Roshan. Now, I'm not saying they have a terribly good Roshan lineup, but with the Serpent Wards, they could definitely do Roshan anytime that the Serpent Wards are ready, along with the Dragon Knight to tank it with his 19 armor. But instead,
You've got that Ravage as well for a good escape if it all goes tits up.
Exactly. So it looks like we do have some action going.
Maybe we've got a gank. Maybe we've got a Ravage on. Maybe we've got a Ravage on.
We've got a
Maybe,
blink
lads.
dagger. We've got a blink dagger. Let's see
Maybe
what's
we've
going
got
on.
a Ravage on. No,
The
we haven't got a
Dire might
Ravage
wanna
on.
mine
No.
the top tower.
Got excited for nothing.
So-
Oh, Shadow Shaman.
Yep,
He
Shadow Shaman
shackles-
grabbed the
shackles
rat.
Razor.
Yep.
He hexes him. Razor's a chicken.
Razor popped his
The
haste ring
Serpent
though,
Wards are
so he
down.
might be
We
able
need
to
this
get
kill,
out
but we
still.
need this Razor. We need this Razor. We need to trade. We need to trade a missed
Oh.
kill for a kill. Yeah, he's got that haste ring. That was
Yes.
a good escape by Razor. That was an exciting move.
Yes, that was a very clutch haste rune. So even though he was hasted, or even though he was hexed, he popped the haste rune right before that. So he was able to get his haste move speed while he was turned into a chicken.
I mean,
And
that Shadow Shaman dropped a lot on that for not to get a kill.
yes, he dropped the wards, he dropped everything, and in fact, the only casualty of that was, I believe, the Lena was the only one that died out of that entire fight. So
Phantom Assassin got the kill, but it was Jin and Tango, so
yes, Jin and Tango did end up getting a kill out of it, and it looks like they're going to be able to put some good pressure on this tower as well. The Keeper of the Light is going to be able to push the creep wave back, but I don't know if it's enough to actually save the tower, because we've got the Dragon Knight. Well, his dragon form just wore off, so he doesn't have that tower pushing that he used to have. And
remember those days when Dragon Knight had that tower pushing? And them were the days.
oh, he still has the tower pushing. Well,
Here we
will-
go.
He will in 40-some seconds, but yeah, just a little harassment on the Mirana there. So she did end up with the Aquilia phase boots build. It looks like Dragon Knight's
We've
going
got Titans.
for
Oh,
the
we've got.
BKB.
Is he gonna? Is he?
Is this going to be the Ravage? Here it
Is
comes.
this gonna be the
Here it
Ravage?
comes.
Is it? No, he's gonna.
There it
Oh,
goes.
it's Ravage! It's a big Ravage to escape. Is it? Is it? It is. It's a
Yes.
bloody big Ravage.
So he was able to escape, which is quite impressive, but it was a very defensive Ravage. And there comes the arrow. I don't think they'll be able to follow up on that either. So also with the bottom tier 1 tower down, they don't have room for, the Shadow Shaman or the Phantom Assassin to teleport in. But
yeah, they're getting really pushed back here. They've
Yeah.
not. They've taken top tower, but they're not really pressing on it.
yeah. So the one thing about Jin and Tango that is nice is that the Phantom Assassin did finish her Battle Fury. So she will be able to farm faster, and she will also be able to take down the Phantom Lancer illusions a lot better than previous. So their farming has begun,
Dire's
whereas
top
in the
tower,
same
you know
time,
the
the Phantom
drill.
Lancer really doesn't have any
No
big items
breaking
to his
through
name.
the
He has the
Dire's
boots
structures
of
for
travel,
now.
but
Got
looks like
Serpent
we
Wards
have a-
here. We've got a fight
we've
up
got
top.
a fight. We've got a
Wraith
fight
King.
up top. The Wraith
He's going to be
King.
hexed.
Yep.
Has he been, no, oh, he's got his resurrection though. He's going to come back. Nobody
Yep.
likes to see a dead Wraith King
But
until he dies.
I don't think he's going to survive, and he's
Not
getting
gonna
hit,
survive.
and he's
that
down.
was
So,
that was nice.
yes, that was very nice for Jin and Tango.
mean-
So
Also at level 1, your reincarnation takes about 4 years to come back up.
yes,
Like-
fun fact: the level 1 reincarnation is the longest cooldown of any skill in the game at 260 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's another almost 5 minutes where he's not going to be able to do that, and he wasn't even able to use it for anything. While at the same time, the top tower for Jin and Tango is in deny range. So if they do take advantage of that and deny their tower, they actually came up with a huge advantage, being able to
I don't
deny
think
their
they're gonna
tower
deny
and
it,
getting
though.
kills. I think they actually I
Moonlight
don't-
Aura. We're
I
going
don't
for
think
big
they know
ganks.
this. Yeah, so
I think we're going for ganks.
So yes, we do have the Moonlight Shadow is coming down. They are wrapping around, hoping to get somebody here at the creep line, but it looks like it wore off and nothing will happen. So,
Nothing comes of it.
but the good news is that Tidehunter's Ravage is ready in 12 seconds.
They're looking to push a team fight, yeah.
And the mana boots of the Shadow Shaman do help him out and give him enough mana. So it looks like we will have a team fight coming in.
Oh, there's a big filthy arrow. It hits the Lena. Big nasty arrows.
I don't even think they can go on top of that, though. It's
They can't go on
super
top.
dangerous.
Oh, there's a
And
Ravage!
Beautiful Ravage.
There's a big Ravage!
Beautiful Ravage on
There's
3.
a Razor. The Razor gets
Kills
it.
Wraith King's down.
Oh,
and
it's dead.
Razor's all by himself.
They took the tower. Oh, Razor denied the tower. That was incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Think the
Razor
Razor's getting away,
by
though.
himself gets a deny on the tower, and he's running away.
He's gonna get. No, why did he turn around?
No.
What idiot!
I think he's in a lot of trouble. He is
Oh,
down.
that was
So
very well played. That was big deny plays though by the Razor.
it was a big deny, but I don't know if it's worth it because now they can put some pressure on the tier 2 tower and maybe even go to Roshan if they want to. So now the Serpent Wars weren't even used for that fight, which means that Jin and Tango can take down the second tower.
Yeah, this is a nasty, filthy push.
Yeah, this was really, really a big win for Jin and Tango.
I mean, yeah, but that Razor, he needed to deny that tower. Like, denying it is better than not denying it, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, you deny the tower, you go out with the 700 gold that you denied from the enemy team. So that is always a good thing. But at the same time, they lost a second tower because of that. So that team fight was a huge win for Jin and Tango.
That was massive. I mean, that was a big filthy Ravage right there.
Yes, that was a marvelous Ravage. The Ravage was very good, and then they could just clean up the team fight from that. There was a bit of a misclick there. Mosa got the shackle onto a creep, but you can't hit them all. I mean, Phantom Lancer is elusive, so...
He is. He's very elusive.
Yes.
He's like a slippery eel.
Yeah. So, but also at the same time, I believe they were able to get the top tower. Like, the top tower was not denied. I did not see what happened there, but...
Well, in that one fight, they've swung the tower, the push, they swung some of the kills. You know, Jin's coming back, man. I thought they had started badly, but they're coming back into this.
Yeah.
But like you
they're
said,
definitely coming
those
back.
big Ravages. What is Razor here playing dangerous games? He's playing dangerous games.
Yes. He does have the Invis rune, though, and I don't think they have any detection on the side of Jin and Tango, so he should be alright here, just for the time being.
Man, he's playing Monopoly, but he picked the boot.
Yep. Everybody knows when you play Monopoly, you always pick the boot because you get double sixes twice as often.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Exactly. So we do see Razor with a wraparound here on the Phantom Assassin. So she doesn't know that he's here, but if he can get a good latch on with the static link, there's nothing that Phantom Assassin can do. Yes.
Got a good one.
So she can't even break away right now. And then the Eye of the Storm is just doing massive damage.
Phantom
he got slowed down by the Phantom Assassin's dagger.
Oh!
Ends up just doing 315 damage with that single right there.
Did you see that?
Yes, a massive hit. So the minus armor from the Eye of the Storm and stealing 281 damage total just gave him enough to basically hit half of her health.
Oh, but the stun's there.
But he's going to pay for this with his life.
Me Shadow Shaman.
Oh.
Razor turning on them.
But Razor's turning on them with the BKB. And
it's a big jump. He gets Shadow Shaman. He gets the big Ravage jump.
Another Ravage. A Phantom Lancer is going to be able to... Phantom Lancer escapes with his life, fooling them with his illusion. But in the end, the Ravage does indeed take the cake on the Razor.
Ooh, Keeper of the Light there. Those bloody hallucinating horses do a lot of damage.
Yes. If I was to pick anything to pick in the game to use, it would be the gigantic Pony Blast. I just want to feel like Gandalf or...
There's an arrow.
Feel like I'm in Harry Potter. Oh,
guess what?
disappears just in time.
Dead eye, and he moved slightly to the left.
Yeah, so the arrow barely missed Wraith King, but it also disappeared in front of Lena's face. So, bad luck with those arrows for the Mirana. But you live by the arrow, you die by the arrow.
Yeah, that's a quote from Broken Arrow, starring John Travolta.
Yes. Broken Arrow. Alright, so we do have some ward placement up for Jin and Tango. The Shadow Shaman Mosa is making his way around, is stacking the Ancients once again, probably for the Phantom Assassin, because she does have the Battle Fury now, and Blur, so she can tank that as much as she wants. There's a Regeneration Rune down bottom, nothing major. for them, but
No.
it looks like Ace Sventura has a lot of heroes around the middle area, maybe even kind of toward the Roshan pit, but they could just be farming right now. There's no real tower that they can push mid unless they want to run into. I think Ravage is still on cooldown. Yeah, so Ravage is still on cooldown, and if Ace Ventura actually picked a fight right now, it would be a pretty big. It would be a pretty good idea for them to do that while the Ravage is still on cooldown, and the Dragon, and they're actually farming this Ancient stack. So this would actually be a.
If only they were watching this stream.
If only they were watching this stream and knew that the Ravage still had 30 seconds on cooldown.
Hey, don't say that. Shh.
Shh. That's right. I can't let them know.
You can't let them know.
Yes. So actually, let's take a look at the items that everybody has. So we do have the late mech on Lena. Yeah. So we do have everybody mid except for the Phantom Lancer. It looks like
everybody mid. This is it. Oh no, this is not it. Hallucinating horses.
The Keeper of the Light can pull in the Phantom Lancer at any time, so there is no worry. And he has Boots of Travel. So anyway, back to the items that we're looking at. So Lena is working on a late mechanism. She has the Headdress of Rejuvenation. So not too much progress on that. Wraith King has a Glove of Haste and a BKB. But it looks like we do have a kill.
Shadow Shaman goes down. May or may not be my favourite hero. Neither confirm nor deny that fact. But we've got Razor stealing that. Oh, he's scared off.
Yeah, so they did force out the BKB from the Razor as well as his ultimate, which means that Jin and Tango wanted to go in.
That's a big Ravage! They go in.
Jin and Tango does go in with the Ravage ready, and then Phantom Assassin is doing massive damage. A 972 crit.
That
Keep Light is dead.
Falls off his horse. Wraith King gets back up from his dead place. And that was a good fight for Jin and Tango.
Another amazing fight for Jin and Tango. So the Wraith King just came up just to die on his dead corpse once again.
I mean, I feel like if you get Resurrection off, that's normally what happens. You get back. I've noticed. Maybe I'm just bad at Dota. Guarantee it's that. But I just get back up and die right.
Yeah, that is one major disadvantage to the Wraith King is that your ultimate can oftentimes be worthless. And like I was talking about before, it's a very long cooldown. So when something like that happens, it's not really helping you out too much. If the Wraith King can take more damage at the beginning of the fight, then that's where it really pays off because he gets that slow off, and then they've used all of their spells on the Wraith King. But it seems like the Razor is the one that's been hopping into the front for Ace Ventura, and he is doing a lot of damage as well as taking a lot of damage. So if he can, if the Wraith King can get into the middle of those fights, he'll be very well off.
He'll be rich.
He will. He will be rich.
He will make it rain gold coins.
He will have gold worthy for a king.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Does he have two wills? Like, one for when he dies, and then one for when he comes back and dies? Like, do they have to be read twice?
I guess. So
Does his family get everything twice?
Yeah, they get two of everything. So he has to have two castles and that are completely decked out.
Two castles.
Yeah.
Talking like Nick Cage now.
Exactly.
Oh, we've got a nice push up top.
Yep. So the Phantom Lancer, he is actually kicking in. So right now it looks like Ace Ventura is on the back foot, but they still have the split push advantage and they still have the late game advantage. It looks like Phantom Lancer with the Ogre Club is maybe going for a BKB to last during the Ravage. BKB is really, really good against Ravage because it completely shuts down the Tidal. A single crit by the Phantom Assassin.
Very nice.
Cuts
This
him.
is it. This is going to be another fight.
Another team fight going down.
Not down. Ravage is back up in 8 seconds. Razor's leaving. Razor's scared.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here, says the Razor.
Razor. But Tidehunter's like, no, you're not, mate. No, you're not. And PA's like, no, you're not, mate. No, you're not.
PA just needs a crit. There's a crit. But is it enough? Razor's
the arrow just misses. I don't know where Razor's going. He's going to the shop.
In the corner, and he
died
dies.
at the shops.
Razor is down. So another amazing advantage for Jin and Tango. They do have. They got another. Did they kill all 5 of them, or was that just 4? I don't think the Phantom Lancer died during that fight. I think he's still He's still hanging out, yeah. So he does almost have his BKB. He's about 1,000 gold away from that. And then he can go team fight as well. Meanwhile, Mirana does pick up the mechanism for their team. So Jin and Tango does have a mechanism as well. It is a little late.
When you got Ravagers like this is how I live my life.
Oh, yes, and sorry, the Keeper of the Light does have the mechanism for Ace Sventura. So the Headdress of Rejuvenation, I'm guessing, is for a pipe on the Lina, but we'll have to see what she makes out of it. But in the meantime, there's actually a ping going on for the stack for the Ancients on the Dire side. So it looks like Jin and Tango might be looking to do that, the Ancient stack. But at the same time, we've got conflicting sentries that are going to just clean each other up. And then it looks like the Phantom Assassin with the double damage.
Show a Twitch the net worth.
Show Twitch the net worth. All right, so
yeah.
we've got the net worth here. The difference.
I got your back, guys. I got your back. Don't worry. Don't worry, fellas and girls. Don't worry.
Yeah. So we do have the difference in gold earned. It looks like there's a gigantic slope in favor of Jin and Tango from that last fight. They now have
They've taken some really big team fights lately.
Yeah, but the big difference is the experience earned. If you look at that, they've got about 18,000 experience advantage, and that really on the surface might not sound like a lot. I mean, it does sound like a lot, but what that means is you get things like you get your level 2 Ravage, you get your big Moonlight Shadow, you get your Shadow Shaman with level 11, whereas on the side of the Radiant, Ace Sventura, it looks like we've got a low level Lina here who's barely making ends meet to survive right now. It's just the level advantage is huge for Jin and Tango, and another
Hero
huge
net worth.
Ravage.
Hero net worth, not gold graph.
Oh, not the gold graphs, the hero net
not
worth.
The gold graph. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry. So I do have the net worth pulled up, but it looks like...
we missed the kill. Oh, there's a big team fight.
And Razor is
got
just
double kill.
tanking everything.
Oh,
he was
Razor
not
goes
able to
down.
kill. So, yeah, so we do have the net
could have
worth.
been more than a double kill if he'd killed someone else.
Yes. If he killed somebody else, he would have gotten more than a double kill. Most definitely. But he was able to get the 2 kills there. So he did come out with the Phantom Assassin as well as the Shadow Shaman dying, which is really good because if we actually look at the net worth chart, we see that the Phantom Assassin has a huge lead.
Net worth chart.
Yeah, we got the net worth chart. So we do see the Phantom Assassin has a huge lead, but then the Phantom Lancer as well as the Razor are second and third. So even though Ace Sventura is pretty far down and their supports are pretty underfarmed, they're still in this because they have the split push and they have Razor for his team fight.
Yeah, Razor's doing the job.
Yeah.
But they're not... Yeah.
Yeah, Razor is definitely doing his job.
I don't know what that job is, but he's doing it.
Oh, it looks like there's some action going up on top on the Phantom Lancer. He might be able to make out of this. We'll see if they have.
He'll be fine. He's Phantom Lancer. He's nasty. He's
no, they do have a way to see him. So
they've got a way to see him,
but it's not enough. So he is able to get out of there with his life.
Hello, is it PL you're looking for? I got a gem of true sign, so I can see you as you run away.
Yeah, so it looks like the Shadow Shaman did buy a Gem of True Sight for the Dragon Knight. And Dragon Knight, being the tanky hero that he is, will just let them go through the team, and Phantom Lancer cannot escape really now. Like, even though he just did there, if ever there's a team fight, there's really no way for Phantom Lancer to get out of that team fight. We do have a gathering up on the top up here. I think they might be trying to smoke up. No, Moonlight Shadow. So we do have a Moonlight Shadow on the side of Jin and Tango. Let's see what they can do out of this. Right now they're just
Look at that train. A chugga train of PL.
They see the PL train going down, and they're like, well, we know somebody's here.
We're out of this train.
And it looks like they're going to run into each other here in the forest. And there we go. There's Lina and Keeper of the Light. And
here we go.
Lina.
This is it.
Lina is down.
Lina's down.
Lina is down. So now Jin and Tango have 2 options here. They still have Ravage ready, and they still have all of their cooldowns besides the Moonlight Shadow. So they could either go and try and pressure this tier 2 tower, or they could back up and go to the Roshan.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
It looks like they're going
to
choose
the
the
Roshan
tower.
just for the shits and gigs. Like what? Go. Serpent wards are down. Target the tower. I feel like I should say that a bit louder. Target the tower with your wards. There we go, and it goes down.
So it does go down.
That's a tower for them as they destroyed it. And Jin and Tango, they've come back into this game very well.
Yes, they have come back into this game quite.
Those
well,
tactical disconnects did nothing for Ace at the start of the game. I don't know what they were thinking by disconnecting that many times.
It was a very bold strategy, and
It was a very bold strategy. I mean, that's the one Team Generic's going to be running with.
Yep.
Just all 5 of us disconnect and hope for the best.
I think if all 5 of you disconnect, it's a default loss. So, not
What?
that much.
It.
So, not to break your bubble, but that might happen.
This is foul top. PL's up top.
PL's
That
up
was
top.
brave
He's
by PL.
getting.
This is it. This is
hammered.
what happens. This is what you people get.
Yep.
Oh, when PL's
And
down.
then the PL is down, while at the same time, the Phantom Assassin is actually soloing Roshan. So they're able to get kills along the side of the map, as well as get the Roshan. And that means their next push will be even scarier, because Tidehunter
Got the
still
Roshan.
has his Ravage.
Have they got the Roshan? Have they got the Roshan? They've got. Oh, GG! They got the Roshan.
Roshan down. Phantom Assassin gets it at 30.
What's even the point of Ace going up? Look at all those wards, man. How many bloody wards you need up? Jesus.
Ace has 4 wards in this one spot.
That's
They have 3 sentries and 1 observer ward. They really want to make sure they see invisible.
That's
Units.
impressive.
Yes, that is a lot. So
Okay, Twitch just told me that there's a glitch for those wards, so I apologise if that guy could hear me. Well done, you were doing a good job. Keep it up. GG Shadow Shaman.
yeah, so we do have to watch out. This Phantom Assassin is getting really scary. She crits for 1,200 damage now with that basher on top of the BKB, and with the BKB, she's used a few charges of it, but that means she's pretty invulnerable during that time. There's not much that can take her down during it. There's a lot of magic damage on the side of Ace Sventura, and besides being linked by Razor, there's really not much that she's afraid of when she's under the BKB. And they do have the Aegis, so I expect after, so Phantom Assassin just got healed up, picked up another TP scroll, and now they're going down to probably to the top lane, I would imagine. Take out this tier 2 tower on the top. Well,
Yeah, I mean, with the Aegis as well, you want to push.
Yeah.
Like, you want to use it.
But Ace Sventura is doing a really smart move here. So when you're behind, smoke up. And that's what they're doing. They know they're behind, and they know they need to take some advantage here. So they're just trying to find a pick-off.
But with that Ravage, man, like, I think he's getting off good Ravages now.
Yeah, he is getting off very good Ravages. So they were looking for a pick-off.
He is a pro Tide Hunter. You hear me,
top
Twitch
tower
chat?
is
This guy's a
taking
pro
hits.
Tide.
Pro Tide Hunter. Oh, so we've got a wraparound here. We've got a wraparound
Oh,
coming out the
this
bag.
is it.
Top
This
tower.
is the fight that decides it. This is a Ravage.
And
There was BKBs.
The BKB fest.
The Razor's
stopped
guys all
everything.
off. The Razor Serpent Water there.
Razor's going down.
They got the
Razor-
tower.
Razor's down.
The Vestman's
Tower
unstoppable.
down. Razor down. And it
Mirana's
looks like
just
Mosa
like-
is just going to hide. Keeper of the Light.
Mirana's
goes-
just like, see you later, guys. I'll see you later. Oh, Vestman's wicked sick with a double kill. And Mirana's going back in to clean up. I think no. Mirana's just like, see you later.
Nope.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, he got the stun off. He got the
Phantom
hex
Lancer got
off.
stunned.
Towers in bad
He
shape.
tried to
Lancer is
TP
down.
out.
He tried to TP
and
out.
pro Tide.
At the,
Pro Tide.
at the last second,
Radiant's top
they were
tower
able to
is
stun him
ruined.
before
Razor
he
bought
TP'd
back. That was big. Buyback. That's
Well, yeah,
your last-
Razor has to buy back now because they didn't. I don't think they even got
Radiant's
the Aegis.
top
No, they
tower is
didn't.
taking
So
hits.
No.
Jin and Tango still has
Tango,
everything
okay.
at their disposal, and
Tide.
even with that BKB and the massive tankiness of
Radiant's
Razor, he
top
still
tower
gets
is
hit
in
like
bad shape.
crazy. So if we look, the Aegis is down, so that is good news. Ace was able to take down the Aegis, but Phantom Assassin is still alive at
Radiant's
full
top
health,
tower
and
is
all they
hurting.
really need to do right now is to focus down these buildings.
Just don't get
They
cocky.
just need to
Top
focus
tower
down the
for
buildings, and they're
Radiant.
going to be able to get it. But
The furs flying at Radiant's top rags.
oh, refresher Ravage.
So big refresh. This is the G's.
To be chosen for death.
Oops, excuse me. I got very excited there. And Razor's going for it.
Radiant's
Razor just
mid
doesn't seem
tower's
to want to
coming
go. But here we
alive.
go. The Razor. Oh, he's down. And Jin Havoc
Razor's
Rose.
down. But
Razor's down. GG. There's a GG.
GG.
It's
GG has
all
been called.
over.
Radiant's top rags
Jin
ain't
and
gonna last
Tango
long.
take game one.
Dyer's bottom
GG.
tower's
Well
getting the
played.
business. Chalk it up for the
That was a
Dyer.
pretty incredible first game, if I do say so myself. I
Yes,
feel
yes.
like Forget the people playing. It was all about the casters. Well done. High five. That was a high five.
Did you just give yourself a self high five?
I gave myself a high five.
Oh, so nice. Very nice.
Fantastic game there by Jin and Tango. I mean,
Yes.
Lena got 3 last hits. Pathetic. Pathetic.